What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Darkatron Prime. Currently here with Sebastian Acosta. Say hi, Sebastian.
Hey everyone.
So we're going to be covering next adventure set. The next adventure set. We're going to have a whole review looking at every card. We're going to have a video for every color, and right now we're going to be starting with red. So overall, we're going to be looking at the arts. We're going to be looking at the effects and how they do in the overall meta, and how they would do in pre-release. So whenever you want to start.
Alright.
And so Kapurimon is going to be our first one. It's going to be a type lesser. The inherit effect is your turn while you have a tamer in play. This Digimon gets 1K. It first debuted in the anime Digimon Tamers. Dreaming power is our future. So, what's your opinion on this card, Sebastian?
We talked about this card a little bit. This is going to be really great for red during this meta, mostly just because it's going to be red's first way to consistently get that for 1k power boost as long as you have a tamer, which is going to be pretty great. In terms of if this card in pre-release, like this card, I mean, you don't really get a choice when it comes to your baby during pre-release, so you just kind of take whatever baby you want. But the fact that it doesn't have any color requirements also makes it pretty good for pre-release at least. And then in constructed, we probably, like I said, having a 1k boost that's consistent as long as you have a tamer is going to be really valuable, especially with all the hybrids. And we're probably going to see a lot of hybrids swinging with champions. So those just make them a little bigger.
Yeah, 100%. This card is going to be boosting up red. And, I mean, most of the time you're going to be going into your hybrids. I mean, your hybrids from your tamers to get the most amount of value, but whenever you need a side Digimon and you go in the back, you start Digivolving a draw, this card is going to be giving that DP boost. And constructed, like you said, it is going to be great because all your Digimon will be 1k bigger. And if your opponent decides to play the same card, you can always swing over it. Let me see. The art's actually pretty cool.
I think that's Metalgreymon's head in the back. Like, it looks pretty
Oh,
sick.
it is, and I think he's sitting on the gauntlets.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, the comp. Oh. And I don't know what the little like bug things are. I guess it's the baby mode. It's like,
Yeah, so those are like the level ones. And they go into him.
but yeah,
That's
it's just
pretty
a
awesome.
baby. Not much to say, right? Just...
No, pretty cool.
All right, next card, Toyagumon, 2-drop, 3k vanilla rookie. For also first appeared in Digimon Frontier, but this is gonna be Red's third vanilla 2-drop rookie. Because we'll have Biomon, we have Monodramon, and now we have Toyagumon. It's like they're almost trying to push Red Rookie Rush with this card, and then with the Giomon that lets you draw one when it swings, it could be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I want to see what they overall do with this card. Now it's basically like they're adding just more like options instead of just running the Biomon or the Monodramon. So you have now Toy Agumon who's always been in black. Now he's finally in red. So I think they just did this to give people the options for their art and their Digimon.
That's fair. Toyagumon always kind of creeped me out though, because like his mouth, the bottom part is like a Lego flap, but like I don't know, like if you look at it, it's just like kind of flapping. And then he's got eyes, just like are those stickers? Like I don't.
He's that Lego crossover.
Like, does his
That
mouth get
nobody wanted.
stuck? Like, if you like clasp it together like a Lego?
um, I think so, man. It looks like it.
All right,
The
next card.
Yeah. So Flamemon is going to be a hybrid, which is going to be a big thing, considering there's so many different ways to search hybrids, and to add them to hand and to proc effects like Susanomon. So it's going to be huge as that just on its own. The on play is going to reveal four from your deck, and then add one hybrid in its trait, Susanomon or a Takuya. among them to your hand, and then place the remaining to the bottom of your deck. So you do add one of the three options, which is pretty huge. The deck is already playing. I think the deck should be playing four of the Takuya. It should be playing one or two Susanos, and then the whole deck is basically hybrids, except a couple exceptions. And then the on deletion lets you play a Takuya from your hand without paying its memory cost. So overall, they look like they want you to keep that floating pressure of having a tamer on board at all times, and you being able to search it on play is pretty great.
Yeah, this is gonna be our third Flamemon for the red hybrid deck, which now that lets us play 12 rookies that are all hybrids, and then on top of that, this one helps us search the tamer, and particularly in the red deck, right? The whole idea is you want stop tamers and hybrids and trash to proc Takuya later. So the fact that this one will be able to on delete, fill your trash, and then get your Takuya on board, so you can then maybe do a EmperorGreymon play next turn is gonna be huge. And then on top of that, just being able to have a consistent set of 12 hybrid rookies for red is just going to be invaluable. The only problem I have with this card is just like in BT4, it doesn't search Ancient Greymon, and to this day I always like whenever I play the BT4 Flamemon and then tuck Ancient Greymon to the bottom of the deck, it's just always a bad feeling, man.
Yeah, Strawby, and Flamemon. both forget their past. But this Flamemon is actually kind of interesting because like you'd have to think about it, which one is better on play. So you have the choice between this one, and then you have the choice between the older one. So this one, even though it has three options, if you start, let's say if you pick up, and you're picking up one extra card too. But let's say if you pick up a tie instead of a Takuya, you're doing end up putting it in the bottom of your deck. Right. So unlike the other one, which is searching three, but grabs any tamer, and then I think it grabs one of the two, right? Or does it grab both?
The BT4 Flamemon lets you pick up a hybrid and a red tamer. So you have the ability to plus off that card, which makes it really good. This one, you get to search 4 cards, but you can only pick up hybrid, Susano, or Takuya. So you'll be able to find your Digimon still, but the tamer and then adding the Susanomon plus is a little harder to get. But you get to dig for 4, and sometimes digging for 4 is a little better than 3, depending on how bricked you are. Like just the other day, I searched a Flamemon, and it was 3 options, or Strawbymon, and it just showed 3 options, and I didn't get anywhere. But the fourth card would have gotten me what I wanted. But this card's pretty unplayable, or I want to say unplayable, but it's not great in pre-release, right? You're not going to consistently have enough hybrids to plus off the search. Getting a Takuya you're probably going to have one. I mean, I guess in pre-release you just kind of like take as many rookies as you can get, but this one's not a particularly great one, and he's only 1K, so he's never living a security swing.
Yeah, and then I think hybrids still have to digivolve over their colors. No, hybrids do have to be digivolving over the colors. So in pre-release, I think overall the hybrids are going to be suffering a bit. Mm-hmm. You're just going to be digivolving over your Digimon instead of your tamers, unless you get lucky.
The card looks freaking sick though. A Gunimon in the background, plus he's just breaking a bunch of rocks or something. Dude, it's just like a punk rock star.
Yeah, this is like a anime opening start. This is literally the anime opening start. He's just he's like training, and then it shows like his future like ahead of him, behind him.
Got the 4th Kazekage on the mountain or whatever, Naruto style. All right, next card.
It does look great though.
All right, Huckmon. They decided that we needed more Jesmon support in this set. When attacking once per turn, he has an inheritable, which is once attacking once per turn. Reveal the top 5 cards, and you get to pick up all the Sistermons you see. So you don't get to pick up any Huckmon or any Digimon, so it's only the Sistermons. But you get to search 5, and you take them all, and considering they added the new awakening modes for both Sister Mon Blanc and CL, you're potentially running. You could be. Most people were running 3 and 3. That was like the average, and now people are probably gonna run more. I think Blanc is the one that people find more playable than CL. So you're probably running 2 of those. So you'll have 8 potential hits in your deck for this card. It could be good, and it's an inheritable, so you could potentially do it multiple times, kind of like the EX01 Agumon and Gabumons. So they could be good. It could have its place. But the other benefit is it's just a Huckmon. So the original Huckmon can search this card for you too. And it's just an extra name for that.
Yeah, it's like the other Huckmon. The biggest issue you had is if you had 2 options. So you had the option of either play it out, like let's say if it's the only rookie in your hand, the option to play it out and search and add potentially 2 cards, or you digivolved in the back and you lost all its value. This card, I guess, kind of like is like the balance to it in a way, because it's inheritable. So you just digivolve this one in the back, and if you ever draw that other Huckmon, you just outright play it, and you basically like kind of fix the bricking with Jesmon with this card. Both of them together. Also, it's another name to get the blocker effect, the 2K.
True, he does get the blocker. And yeah, the other one always felt bad digivolving because you always wanted to filter through your deck 5 cards. But if it was your only rookie, it was kind of over. And this one's also 4 cost, so dodges Ultimate Flare. That could be really big if black is actually present in this set.
That is actually true too. Yeah, that is 100% true. This guy being 3K too, that's pretty huge. Just coming out and swinging at 3K. 3K somehow live always.
All the time, dude. We just got out of Gabumon format, and how many of those rookies always live, dude? Way too many.
But yeah, dude, the artwork is absolutely great. It has the sister mons in the back over there.
I want to know if they're gonna censor this one. Is she gonna be what's her name, Noir? Because they have Noir in the back. Are we gonna get a replacement? Is CL gonna be in the back, or are they just gonna just like rub her out with some alcohol and you won't see her anymore there?
I'm not sure. I think they did censor this one. I think they censored all the cards with Noir on them, like including this one. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, in the original in our version of Bao Huckmon, how in the inheritable section there's the picture. So in this one you see a little version of Huckmon's head.
Mm-hmm.
You could see in Bao Huckmon's card you could see Sister Mon Noir's like handgun just like off in the corner of that picture. So they censored the whole card except the inheritable picture.
The handgun?
Yeah, you're gonna have to look at it sometime because it's definitely there and it's always funny to me.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. Is it on the top right? For Bao Huckmon.
Yeah, for Bao Huckmon.
Oh, and it's trying to make it look like it's rubble.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
All right. Next card. We got Tuskmon. 2 costs to digivolve, 4 to play. So that's always going to be relevant. When digivolving, one of your Digimon gets plus 2k for the turn. So I don't really think this card's too playable in constructed, especially since all our champion slots in the red deck are going to be pretty crucial. Jesmon's playing Bauhuck and Security-Greymon, and then filling the rest of the slots with hybrids. And then hybrid is just completely filled up with hybrids in their champion slots.
Yeah, this feels like a pre-release constructed choice, just to get the extra 2k. So when you swing, you survive, and then you just go into your ultimate. And there's a couple cards they make like this, like every set where it's really good in pre-release, and then it just falls short on the actual.
Like it just doesn't fit in any deck, yeah. But forecast to play, if you're in pre-release, is gonna be good, and maybe we'll see a deck one day with dinosaurs where hard playing this guy is relevant, but you'll miss out on the effect. I personally still like playing the promo Garurumon when I play Tribe because he's also forecast, and so forecast champions, they get you there sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Having the Monochromon being for cost to drop, that was just absolutely insane last set. You were just dropping it.
Oh yeah,
And then,
Mechanori forecast huge.
oh yeah, Mechanori, my bad. Mechanori is just crazy. Being at four cost. What's another four cost? CL? No, Blanc? No? Blanc is four cost? And then
Blanc
makes
is
itself
for
to
or
three?
CL is forecast, but she gives herself a memory when you play her.
Yeah, CL. CL plays herself when she on play, get a memory. You're being four cost. Sometimes it's just really good.
Yeah, not too much to say about this card. And his art is just he's a dinosaur with big stocking colored horns on his back. Now we're getting the main meat and potatoes of this set, our hybrids. So first up we got Burninggreymon, who's not a Greymon. He's
Yeah,
got
it's censored.
yeah, he's not censored. It's just we decided to translate it into Burninggreymon, and in Japan they never called him Greymon, so we'll have to live with that, I guess. But he's our first hybrid. He's got the what we call the new Beast evolution effect, where if you Digivolve on a Tamer, you can do it for 2 instead of his normal 3 cost. And then this is our first champion that have the effect from BT4 for Sagittarius mode and Altarius mode. They could Digivolve on Ultimates for 1. This guy can Digivolve on other champions for 1.
Which is pretty big. Promote wasn't I think last sets they gave out the rush, but even then the one to Digivolve can starve your opponent. It could give you that extra DP to swing over something, or it can even get you a draw. So it does push out more sources and stuff like that for the deck.
Oh yeah, Promote's the first champion that does that, not these guys. I forgot about
Yeah,
Promote.
so you're playing Tai Kamiya, the original one, the one where if you have 4 or more sources, you get +1 security. If you're still playing around that turbo setting, digivolving from Tamer and then digivolving into this for 1 is just pretty good.
Oh right, because he gives you the extra source, and now your ultimate can get the +1 check instead of having go all the way to your level 6.
Yeah, it's a bit extra, but it does get effects, so it becomes useful, or it's like a tech option, and then your tech option becomes a mega that can swing for 2 checks. I think still playing the 3, the tamers that put you to 3 should still be mandatory for each deck, though.
Oh yeah, probably. And this guy, when you Digivolve on top of a hybrid or a Tamer, he kills 4Ks. And I think in this format, killing 4Ks is going to be huge because everyone's going to be playing Bokumon. And so being able to just kill somebody else's Bokumon or any other rookie that may be playing is just going to give you too much tempo advantage.
Yeah, Boku and Ni, both of them are like really strong.
Yeah, both of them are really good. You can go to the next card.
He's so cute.
Yeah, you got the
Brachiomon.
Koromon on his foot or whatever, his leg.
Brachiomon. Not much to say. He's just, I think in pre-release he's going to be really good because he's this 10k ultimate. He's going to probably be able to swing over some things with that the babies or any DP boost you get. Overall vanilla.
It's these cards that always make me wonder if they're gonna if Megazoo is always ever gonna come back though. Just having your ultimate at 10k, dropping it for 7, and just swinging over everything for the rest of the game. Megazoo could come back. You never know.
I mean, supposedly it is for set 8, but we're not there yet.
Spoilers, dude. This is BT7.
My bud.
Now we got another Metalgreymon. This one, on play, if you have a tamer in play, gain 2 memory. If you don't have a tamer in play, you may play 1 red tamer from your hand without paying its memory cost.
This card is busted.
Is it? I don't like this
Yeah.
card.
All right. So let me hit you with the sauce.
All right.
So there's eventually going to be. I mean, playing this outright is an ultimate for 5 with the tamer on board. We've seen what
Okay.
Skullgreymon, we've seen what Cordramon did in their time. Now imagine if they had inheritables.
Oh,
I
okay. Oh, okay.
So let's say you play a Metalgreymon. It's basically if you play a tie or a 4 cost tamer, you're playing this for 3. You're doing everything in 1 turn. Also, it's a cyborg, so it does benefit Machinedramon. Top of that, it also what is it? It also sets up Gallantmon plays because it gets out that tamer. It sets up hybrid plays. It gains memory. That's huge. What's another thing? You can Altarius mode over this for 1 more and delete a tamer. I mean, sorry, delete a 4,000 or less. There's just a lot of usage for this card. I believe you can even crest Kapurimon
Oh, right.
and
Crespirumon
play this.
heals on red.
And you can play this card off Crest-Garurumon, giving you more advantage than just because I've been thinking about playing Crest, playing around because of
Mm-hmm.
this card. Because
Oh.
this card gives Crest so much value, but that's a gimmick in a sense.
No, I didn't think about it. You're right. Because if this lets you play like a tie or a Marcus, right? If you're playing Tribe, that's 4 memory, and then you in theory got your tamer for 4, and then you played this for 3 in the same turn. The only problem with that though is if you played this at 0, you put your opponent to 7. But I guess maybe you don't do that. You probably play this when you're at like turn 2 or 3, where they put you to 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so then your opponent would be at 4 or 5 memory, and then you get an ultimate on board and a tamer. That could be pretty good. And then the inheritables, actually, I like the card because of the inheritable. That, like, if I had to pick something I liked about the card, because just destroying a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Like you said, like the Gallimon deck, there's so many things that they play around when it comes to just on Digivolve, kill something, and then get value out of that. So this can make your Gallimon plays even cheaper.
Yeah, this card is just kind of nuts because even then, with the Gallantmon especially and the Greymon stuff, because now I've been looking at the Greymon stuff. The EX1 has, I think, Blitz, or this one has Blitz. So there's going to be like a lot of plays where you go into a Greymon for 2 instead of 3 with this card.
Mm.
If you play the Groundmon as well, which is too much in my opinion, but the Groundmon, and then you go into this card and you delete something with both these cards under, you're getting 2 memory, which is very weird for Red because they've never been in the position to gain memory. But the interesting part about the inheritable, though,
Mm.
you can also play option cards and gain the memory. You don't even have to attack or use abilities.
Oh,
So,
true.
so making red options cheaper, like Atomic Blaster or the new ones, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Oh.
good.
Man, I
Yeah,
could be
you
sleeping on this card. I think you convinced me.
imagine imagine playing Atomic Blaster for 3 or 2 or for 4. Oh my
God, just
god!
wipe a board. Oh my God,
Put you to
that's
one.
actually nuts. All
This
right.
card's really interesting. I want to mess around with this card more because there's so many options that this card has, and there's so many different supports. And this deck can fit in so many different decks.
You're right. I didn't think about Machinedramon either. But I think the big thing for me is we're gonna be in a big hybrid meta, and at first you're like, oh, this plays your hybrid or tamer, and I just don't think this card fits in the hybrid decks, which is whatever it's on everyone's mind right now.
It doesn't, and it does. It's just like it's over. I think it's an overextender. It's like it overextends too much for hybrids because they don't really play with memory.
Yeah, you're just trying to be cheap and quick.
Yep, everything's just like swing, swing, swing. You're not trying to like invest memory into anything crazy.
All right.
Um,
Next
but
card.
yeah. All right, so Aldamon hybrid already. busted. Hybrid. So the effect is going to be when one of your Digimon with a tamer and its Digi-Evolution source, and this card Digivolves over it, it reduces the cost to 2, so it becomes 2 instead of 3.
No,
Which
by
honestly,
1. It turns it to 1.
it turns into 1.
Reduce the cost by 2.
Oh my god! It becomes a 1 to go into a level 5, which is nuts. They're all like that, right? Each
All
color
the
has a
all the
limit.
level 5s.
Which is crazy because cheap ultimates to this point have never had effects to this like stature. Then when the digivolving effect is going to be if this card has a hybrid in its trait, this card gets 4,000 DP, which makes it 12. That's a truck.
And it
And then
turns
the
on Takuya. Because when we get to that, Takuya says if the Digimon is 10k or higher, give it plus
one.
plus 1 security check.
That's nuts. That's nuts. That is crazy, actually. And then it says on the inheritable is your turn. While this card has hybrid or 10 warriors in its trait, it's it doesn't activate security effects with option cards when it checks. You're
Tyler?
telling me this is a delicate plan?
This is a delicate plan on legs, dude.
Oh no.
This card single-handedly is causing me to try to think of a way to make a blue-red hybrid build where I can make use Koji's effect, put because the Takuya and Koji have the effect where they can put hybrids and tamers under them to warp to a level 6.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about color. You can put any color of tamer or hybrid under them. So you do that, you put Aldamon under, and now you go into Magna, and then you'll have an unblockable delicate plan of a Digimon on the board that's bouncing things every time it swings.
Oh, that's too much.
It's so good.
You could literally splash this in like as a garnet technically, and then whenever that effect procs off, you just go ham.
Yeah, I know there's like people talking about making green-red hybrid, and I don't know I think that's more, they might be running this, I'm not sure, but I think that's more for Atomic Inferno, but if I could see it in the green-red hybrid version that everyone's talking about too, because you can still play Takuya, you put this guy under, and you just use all the green Digimon, and then have a big, delicate plan on legs again.
Yep, and honestly, like just going into Sonomon, not being able to check security like options.
Oh, and
Crazy too.
Sonomon does 3 checks. 4?
Yes.
Actually, it would do 4 if you did it with Takuya. Oh my god! No wonder fucking MDF is banned.
Does Jesmon have a second hybrid, like a second mega this set?
No. Jesmon only gets the rookie and the.
All right, let's keep it like this. Let's keep it like this. Let's keep this card as far away as we can from Jesmon.
To be fair, it has to be a hybrid or a 10 warrior. It's not free.
Yeah, but imagine like you go into a Susanomon over your Jesmon.
Oh no! Oh wait, this doesn't work on Susanomon. Oh no! Quick, edit the tape. No, because he's not a hybrid or a 10 warrior. I forgot about that. He's like a shaman or something.
He's God.
He's God. True.
I didn't know that actually. I thought he was a 10 warrior. Yeah, right.
No, he's not a 10 warrior. So, rip. Our whole conversation's done. Next card. Avengekidmon. Single-handedly just exists for no reason. When playing this card from your hand, reduce its memory cost by 1 for each option in you and your opponent's trashes. On play, return all cards with 3 Musketeer in their trades and all option cards from players' trashes to the bottom of their owner's deck. If 7 or more cards are returned using this effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3 Musketeers in its trait or 8k DP or less. Just single-handedly just ruin Lilith Loop, completely counter 3 Musketeers in a single card for no reason. This card doesn't need to exist.
Yep. I mean, technically it reloads security control, but that's a lot. It's a lot
Oh,
to deal
security
with.
control could play this. Oh no, don't say that.
This card can work against and with security control technically. Let's see how many options people are going to be playing though. The decks that I think Three Musketeers, this card, like if you see a lot of Three Musketeers in your meta, this card is 100% viable.
If there was a sideboard in this game, I would automatically put this guy in. And anytime I have to deal with Lilith Loop, it's over. And just hard play, send all the Jack raids back to the deck, and just never have Lilithmon live.
I think that's actually super dangerous because they go through the deck so hard, but it does slow them down a lot. They don't really have an answer. There's not a lot of answers to this card because it just does it.
Yep.
And also deletes AK or less or Three Musketeers, so it does board presence as well.
It'll kill an ultimate, or it could kill Baelstar, or Gundramon, for no reason. They just added that at the end, just to like the icing on the cake, dude. We really don't want you playing Baelstar anymore. That was last set. Buy the new card.
I see this card coming up in the future, maybe with more option-heavy decks, as a counter against them. To be honest, and there's going to be purple like in future sets. It's just going to be trashing consistently. So let's see if this is something that will be played or not.
All right, next card.
EmperorGreymon. Dude, this artwork is absolutely crazy.
Oh man, I think we're gonna do a separate video for all the alt arts, like all together at once, and yeah, it's so nuts, dude.
Yeah, the form is hybrid, searchable. There's like 14 cards that search this already. It's going to be Windage Evolving. It has Blitz. So if you pass it to your opponent's turn, it's still going to hit. Once per turn, when this Digimon is blocked, you can unsuspend it and gain a memory for each Digi-Evolution source this Digimon has with hybrid in its trait. So this is for game. They block. You can potentially pass it back to your turn and do something extra if you have the opportunity.
And attack again.
That's just.
They're gonna need two blockers.
This card is kind of disrespectful because it's doing a blue thing. It's restanding. It's gaining memory, and like it has Blitz on top of it. So I think it even gets the boost from Shoutmon, to be honest, too. Shoutmon plays.
Oh, like you could run this in Shoutmon, but you wouldn't get the hybrid memory thing. You get the restand if you got blocked, though.
Yeah. Does this one still consider itself a Greymon?
This one is a Greymon, yeah. So you could run this in Tribe, but again, like you won't get the hybrid part of it.
Yeah, but the card is pretty great, to be honest. You only need one hybrid. You play the Goonimon. You play the Goonimon with this, and you're doing so much.
True. I think the main thing with this card is like it lets you just do the warp from Takuya and then still swing and get all that value like instantly. Whereas sometimes with Metalgreymon, you're gonna Digivolve and it's just gonna it's gonna bounce something, but then you're just gonna pass turn and not even get the swing, depending on how the board state is, right? Just always being able to get the swing, and if it's Takuya, it's gonna be two swings or two checks rather. Is just gonna be value, and the Aldamon makes it a delicate plan.
And if you're running the spicy tech, which is the one cost, what is it called? Flame something?
Atomic Inferno? Yeah.
Yeah, Atomic Inferno. And if you play that, you get blocked, you're getting 4 to 5, 6 memory for a block.
That's disgusting. Atomic Inferno is going to be the new, was it Joust? It's almost better than Joust in this format. That card is going to be, you're going to be seeing a lot of red splash for that card.
Yeah, if you're playing Greymon Tribe, if they block it, you gain the memory from that new Metalgreymon. Play the Goonimon, you're gonna gain the memory because of his effect. I think they really did cover all the bases for this card.
It's just a big red beat stick. And the art's insane. I cannot wait to get this card in my hands.
Yeah, this card is honestly like the strongest card they've added. I can see so far.
Next
It's a lot of
card.
utility. All right, Chaosdramon. It's a virus machine. Effect is going to be your machine Dramon can digivolve in, your machine Dramon can digivolve into this card from your hand for a memory cost of 1, ignoring its Digi-evolution requirements. When digivolving, you may place one red or black level 5 with Cyborg in its trait from your hand or trash to the top of this card. Digi-evolution source. To delete one of your opponent's 6k or less, 6k or less for each level 5 with Cyborg in its trait. So deletes a level 6 for every cyborg under it. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 5th grade reader. It deletes a 6k or less for every cyborg that's under it. I don't really see a lot of potential with this card. Maybe it's just a board clearance that Machine Dramon didn't have before.
So for me, this card, I've played the Machine Dramon deck a little bit, and one of the hardest things about building the deck is that there's no good companion level 6 to go with Machine Dramon, right? Like in most decks, like even in like back in the day, you would play Imperial Dramon. He was your level 6. You played 4 of them, but then you had 2 side level 6s. Like a lot of people like to do Nidhogg and BT5, and before you would do, I don't know, Metalgreymon or something, just to curve out better, to have another level 6 in case you just bricked on seeing your main boss monster. So this one, that like the first effect doesn't even exist in my mind. Like digivolving on top of a Machine Dramon could be really cool to like somehow blow up a whole board if for some reason your opponent has nothing but 6Ks on the board and you just pop like 5 or 6 of them. Where the money is with this card is like in Machine Dramon, having a normal Digivolution line where you go rookie, champion, ultimate, this guy's effect will put one under, will put one under, and then you'll top 2 things, have a mega that is a machine, so you'll get all the inheritables from the the EX01 collection stuff, and he's just gonna be a good side piece for the deck. You'll probably run 2 of it maybe.
Yeah, the only unfortunate part is that they also didn't put in Cyborg in that type instead of Machine. Because if it would have been a Cyborg, it would have been another thing to discard to draw cards as well.
Right, with Hakurumon or the rookie.
Mm-hmm.
The art's cool though. This card, the art matches the alternate art from Machine Dramon in the EX01, so I don't know, makes this deck look sweet if you happen to pick those up alongside this one.
Yeah, it's a nice art. I can say that at least. I just don't see that. Like, there's so many better cards right now that I don't think this card is going to really make a difference or an impact.
Yeah, and in the meta, it's just not going to exist. Machine Dramon barely exists as it is, so this card's not going to do much.
Maybe if this came out in EX1, it would have made a bigger hit or bigger splash.
I think it would have made a huge splash because now you have you'd be able to board wipe a Gabubond. You'd be able to an Agubon deck. You would be able to board wipe them.
Three Musketeers
when they go wide with all their rookies and champions with Nailbone. This will get them. This card had a lot of potential. It's just not. It's not here anymore.
No. It was unfortunately one set late.
And then our one raid tamer for the set, Takuya Kanbara from the anime. So instead of having a security effect at the bottom, it's in the main effect. You get to play it like any other tamer. Main, when you place, once per turn, you may place 5 cards with hybrid in their traits from your trash under this tamer in any order to digivolve it into an EmperorGreymon in your hand for its digivolution cost, as if this is a level 5 red Digimon. And then it's inherited that it gives the Digimon is your turn, this Digimon gets 2 KDP. While this Digimon has 10k or more, it gains +1 security attack. So instantly, you warp into EmperorGreymon. EmperorGreymon has Blitz, so you'll instantly be able to swing with that card. And then for 2 checks at 14k and Delicate Plan, disgusting.
Yeah, and eventually this card is going to be viable overall. Just digivolving into a hybrid and eventually going to be switching out to different colors. This can give advantage to a lot of different decks.
All right, because the Inheritable doesn't care about the type of the Digimon. You could do this and then go all the way up into Jesmon, and this
Yep.
could be your Jesmon's +1k check or +1 check.
Yeah, you're going to be swinging heavy. Like let's say you go hybrid into Jesmon for this, or you do what's another one? A hybrid Jesmon Savior, and then you could probably do in the future probably into Greymon, hybrid Ultimate
Greymon
Mega.
Tribal, yep.
Some Machine Dramon too. You go red to black. Like there's this card has a lot of utility. Depending on how you want to build it. But it's just mixing two different engines too.
Everyone keeps talking about the trick with this card. I don't know if you heard about it. So you can place 5 hybrids under this card and not digivolve. And I don't see the value there. Everyone keeps talking about it, and I don't see it. I don't understand why that would be good. What would you do? You would go into Susanomon instead, but you just got rid of 5 hybrids in the grave, so you can't do your Susanomon.
I think it's mainly meant to stack for an EmperorGreymon. To get like a crazy EmperorGreymon swing block. Oh, I have like 16 hybrids under my
I go to 10.
Sources. Or like if you get like Ultimate Flare, you're gonna need a lot of Ultimate Flares there, buddy. Yeah, that part is kind of weird, but I think it's honestly just a setup for EmperorGreymon. So you go into Ultimate. Champion for 2, and then you go into Ultimate for 1, and then EmperorGreymon Blitz, and then you have like a huge swing with multiple like inheritables now with hybrids. You can just you can honestly just put since Red doesn't use their trash, you can honestly just throw them under there just for fun. Considering like Flamemon is never going to be touched in the trash, or Gunimon, it's not purple, so like there's no recycling them. So might as well just like throw him under him, and then next time you swing, you're swinging huge. That's what I could see.
Maybe a hybrids don't have too many inheritables though, but I could see it.
You get the Flamemon one, right?
Oh, the piercing, and the being able to play a Takuya from hand, on deletion. Just play like 3 Takuyas.
So you set up that just in case he dies, or if anything, it basically makes it more consistent. Because if you have a Flamemon in trash, you always add the Flamemon under the Takuya, and then when you go into hybrid swing dies, oh, okay, I'm gonna replay the Takuya. I think that's what they were doing. Like they were trying to get that loop of these two cards playing each other,
and then you just infinitely have. That makes sense. I could see that then.
Yeah, the fact that it says hybrid though. Actually, I don't know if you could play this with. No, let me see. Whoa. Dang, Red got all the best effects.
You can still play this as long as you have a normal hybrid to go on top of this. My point was the inheritable doesn't care about what kind of card is on top of it. There's no restriction on that part. So you can get the +2k and the +1 security check on a lot of stuff.
Yep, that's true. That is also true.
Now we're at the options.
Flame Memory Boost. They were missing this last set. Basically, the main effect is going to be one of your Digimon gets security +1 for the turn. Then it has a delay effect, so it stays on board, and you can trash it whenever you want to gain 2 memory. As long as it's a turn after it is played. Security, it just plays on its security. I think this card is actually really strong. Red hasn't gotten a crazy card like this. where it gives you aggro and it sets up your future plays. Because Atomic Inferno was just limited to aggro. Gravity Crush was limited to supporting because it didn't have security effects. The last memory boost searches, but it didn't really give you like that extra push for extra things. So I think this card is going to be really good. You do have to start your turn at 3 or more to play this and get the security effect. So we just have to see how it plays and how people play it efficiently too.
That's my main concern for this card because I think Howling was one of the best cards in the set last set. Like it was, everyone was sleeping on that card, and like then we saw all the best decks play it at 2 or 3, or all the topping decks at Nationals play at least 2 or 3. Like that card, I just don't think this is gonna have the same impact as Howling does in my mind, or Reinforced Memory Boost. And Reinforced just got nerfed with how much, or limited with how good this was. But if somehow you do have a stack, and then you play this for an extra push, and then guarantee a bigger turn next turn, there's probably potential there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you would split it if you were playing 2 only memory boost. I think you would just play 1 and 1. If anything, if you feel like your deck searches enough, like all the hybrids already search, they're going to be playing. I don't know if you play the Nemon, the 2 white Digimon rookies.
Nemon's
You
the
play
one.
them both, right?
I think most decks, they're both good, but the problem is Bokomon is so good, and then that like you almost don't have room for Nemon. Yeah, but I think this. Now that I think about it, if you play it right, this card could be crazy in the red hybrid deck, because so you go you in Rising, go Rookie, go promo Aguni. If for some reason, and the next turn, if they put you to 3, you play this card, swing with the Aguni, and then Blitz effect all the way up into Ancient Gray. Now that Ancient Greymon's doing 4 checks, and you probably get that off on turn. You can get that off on turn 2 if they give you the memory to do it.
Yep. This card is just gonna have to be like a tech option. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be there. You're gonna see it. I think people are gonna tech it in. Again, playing the tamers that put you to 3 always are gonna be very important.
Yeah. Next card, almost at the end. Firedrake Strike. Main effect, choose one of your Digimon with hybrid in its traits. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less or equal to the chosen Digimon's DP for 4 cost. And then the security effect is you can play 1 Takuya from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. This card has the potential to be really good, because if you look at the cards, like especially with Aldamon says when digivolving, give himself, like, was it 4K?
Yeah,
so,
and
then the tamer gives it another 2K, so he's gonna be, when you digivolve him, he's gonna be 14. Like 14K. You play this for 4 and kill a 14K Digimon. That's kind of wild.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, that's crazy. You literally you literally almost have like a Gaia Force for 4. You just have to have one hybrid on board.
Yeah, you have to have a stack. But you have to, I mean, if you play you could also play the BT4 Burninggreymon, because he says on your turn gain 4K, 3K. So he's a 6, and then he buffs himself, so he'll be 9 to 10K also. So you could also get a pretty big swing, kill a pretty big stack just for 4. The only downside for this card is I just don't like the security effect. You get to play a Takuya from the trash or your hand, and I'm not sure that's like the value we need. Like, it's kind of like when you check a Gravity Crush and it does nothing. I just feel like this almost is like that.
Yeah, it can set up the whole the play with the Takuya. Sorry, what is his name? Takuya with where he grabs the Flamemon And let's say you didn't have the Takuya, or maybe it just sets up the tamer for like a shift, basically. Because like as soon as you set up the tamer, so it hits its security. It's your opponent's turn. The tamer plays. You have an attack next turn though.
That's true.
So
It's almost like having a tamer in security, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, so but it all depends if you have a tamer or not. If you don't have the tamer, you're fucked. Like, turn off.
It's iffy. It's iffy, but I don't know. Being able to, obviously, the value is having Aldamon on board and being able to just kill something with 14k DP just for 4, which is just wild. And it's gonna be most things. Nothing's bigger than 14k except Susanamon.
And Omni, yeah,
BT1 Omni.
the special one.
And then we can go to our last card.
Giga Storm. Main effect is going to be to delete your opponent's Digimon with 8k DP or less. And then the security effect is going to be activating main card's effect. So this card is, I think, really good, but at the same time, it suffers from what the cost, I think, in overall. The cost is 7 when you could play Atomic Blaster, which is going to take out like 2 to 3 Digimon at times. But this one guarantees you're going to take out those Digimon no matter what for 2 more costs. It's honestly a preference in the meta. Like, what are you going to be seeing more in the meta? But let's say if they check this as security and you're playing against red, like a mirror match, it's not going to do anything because sometimes their Digimon are just bigger. So you just knock out one Digimon.
Yeah, it's not as flexible as Atomic Blaster, because Atomic Blaster you can just add up to 8k, so you can sometimes kill 4 guys with Atomic Blaster for cheaper for 5. So I don't know.
What is Bokumon's DP?
I think he's 2k, so you could probably kill Bokumon and then a hybrid on board. But Atomic Blaster will let you kill Bokumon, a rookie, and a hybrid on board.
Yep, and it basically I think honestly it's a preference on what you see in the meta. The strongest, I think it's a really strong card though. They're both 2K. Both
I think when we get the Gallantmon support in EX02, those cards all say that whole line increases the DP type deletion effects. So it'll increase this card. It's 8 from 8k and it could go up to like 12k, I think, with like a good stack, even higher maybe. And then you're killing 2 12ks, which is most of the time going to be 2 megas for 7. If you can get that set up in that future set, this card be good. But I just think right now for 7, killing 2 8Ks just doesn't quite get you there. Whereas Atomic Blaster is cheaper and has more flexibility.
Yeah, you choke your opponent as well. I've been like getting Atomic Blaster is sometimes like the worst possible outcome, and because they just put you to 2 or they put you to 1. Yeah, no. It's a shoot up between the 2. I think both of them are really good.
And if you use Metalgreymon, it's actually 6. To be fair.
Oh, dude, watch! I'm gonna play Crestgurumon with Metalgreymon. I'm gonna be the worst guy out here.
I don't know about worse, but like that could be the spice, dude. You never know. Are you like, I don't know? You Kaiser nail it, gain 2 memory.
Wait, does that Metalgreymon say Red Tamer?
No. Oh, let's go to it. Hold on. No.
I'm sorry, I cannot get over that Metalgreymon.
No, it is one red. No. The memory gain is Tamer, but it lets you play a red Tamer.
Oh, so you can play Nokia, and if you don't have a Tamer in play, yeah, you can play Nokia and then make it cheaper for Digivolve at least. After that,
There's some jank though you could do. I see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jank my way to DigiPass, bro.
Bro, we gotta start working on getting our invites to the Nationals 2022, dude.
Yeah, it was easy the first time.
It was easy.
No, we're kidding. We're kidding. Uh, we both struggled. Yeah, we both struggled. I struggled more than Sebastian, obviously.
No, I think I struggled more than you. You guys, you got yours right away. I got my invite on the last possible weekend that they were giving invites, dude. That was my last chance, and I clutched it at the end. I felt so good.
All right.
But
Well, thank you.
yeah, I just wanted to
Thank
say all the pictures were found on digimoncard.dev. All the fun facts at the bottom, I got them from Digimon Wiki, and all the translations were provided by Digimon, the official Digimon TCG website themselves. So always gotta cite your sources.
100%. And honestly, I want to thank you so much, Sebastian, because you put all this up together and helping me get further into the YouTube game. He put together the slideshow, which looks absolutely great. Was able to put in all the extra information, made it look really nice, creative. And honestly, co-hosting with you is awesome.
Yeah, just trying to push the channel, dude. We'll get us there. The goal is to commentate something together one day.
Yeah, dude, I can honestly, yeah, 100%. You're gonna see us next year, Nats. Not playing in the tables, talking crap on the sidelines.
All right, everyone. It was really fun. See you in. I don't know what color we're gonna do next. What color are we doing next, Tristan?
uh, want to say blue because you want to do blue.
I know I want to do blue. Definitely got to do blue. But maybe someone in the comments will convince me to not do blue, or tell me that we messed up a spicy tech on that Metalgreymon or the Brachiomon. But
Yeah.
if you
Oh yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, the Brachiomon.
All right, do all the comment or I'll do all the YouTube nonsense.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, we break by nature.